Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to a news cycle on global television coming to you from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Uyi Agmofwebe, reminding our viewers that global television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air all night concert. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has announced the rationing of power supply for Abuja Electricity Distribution Company's customers in parts of the Federal Capital Territory between January 6 and January 20. TCN's General Manager, Public Affairs, Ndidi Mba, made the announcement in a statement saying the rationing would be due to the authority's road dualization project along the Apple axis, but assured customers that power supply would be restored as soon as the TAR's relocation and cable stringing are completed. Abuja Electricity Distribution Company had announced an impending power interruption in part of its franchise areas between January 6 and 21st. President Bola Tinubu has arrived at the Akanu Mbiam International Airport in Enugu for an official visit to the state. The president arrived in the aircraft Nigeria Air Force Airbus 8330 and is expected to commission the Enugu International Conference Center built by Governor Peter Mba alongside other projects. President Tinubu will also commission the completed multi-auditorium and multifunctional Enugu International Conference Center, 90 completed urban roads in Enugu City, state-of-the-art command and control center, 150 patrol vehicles fitted with AI-embedded surveillance cameras, as well as some other completed rural roads. The Apex Igbo Social Cultural Group, Ohaneze Ndigbo Worldwide, in a statement issued by the Secretary to Enugu State Government, Professor Chidiebere Onya, expressed its excitement about the visits of the President as it expressed optimism over the release of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Former Secretary of the Committee of All Progressives Congress APC of Diaspora Chairman Ayola Lawal has condemned the inclusion of President Bola Tinubu in the recent global corruption ranking by the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project. Lawal, the immediate past chairman of the APC in Scandinavian countries, in a statement described the ranking as unjustified and lacking merit. He emphasized that many of the allegations against Tinubu cited as reasons for its inclusion were historical and remained unproven, arguing further that the ranking failed to consider Tinubu's current leadership and policy initiatives, which he described as bold and focused on economic reforms. Secretary to Ondo State Government, Tayo Oluwatui, is dead. Oluwatui, who was involved in an accident on 19 December 2024 while traveling to Ibadan, has since been in coma and was said to have died at a yet-to-be-disclosed hospital. Confirming the incident in a statement by the State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Wale Akinloshotu, the state government said Oluwatui passed away today. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa appointed him as secretary to the state government last year. President Bola Tinubu has paid an unofficial visit to the Oba of Lagos, Ruwan Akiolu, at his Ejugaron Palace, a site rich in culture and tradition. In a statement shared on X by the president, he praised the virtues of traditional institutions and their leaders, noting that traditional institutions play vital roles in shaping society. President Tinubu disclosed that during the visits, they discussed the role traditional institutions play in shaping the society and how they can improve on their role as partners in governance and development, emphasizing the importance of leveraging traditional values in building a cohesive society that promotes prosperity for all citizens. The Nigerian Army has embarked on an ambitious project to plant 1 million dates palm seedlings, with the initial phase starting at its farm in Giri, Abuja. Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, represented by the Chief of Special Services and Programs in the Army, Major General Henry Wesley, began the planting with 5,000 seedlings at the farm. Oluyede said the project is part of the Presidential Directive on Agriculture to boost food production in Nigeria through initiatives such as exploiting army farms and branches. Kebbi State Police Command says it has confirmed the death of two police officers during a gun battle with Lakorawa bandits who invaded Fulani settlements in Nachine village along the Argungu-Kanwa road. This is contained in a statement issued by the command's public relations officer, Nafiu Abubakar, stating that the assailants rustled an unspecified number of cows during the attack. The statement noted that a team from the Police Safer Highway Patrol, upon receiving the distress report, rushed to the scene and engaged the bandits in a fierce exchange of gunfire, but the bandits were eventually forced to flee into the forest with gunshot wounds, and the police successfully recovered some of the stolen cattle. Former Governor of Sokoto State, Tahiru Farawa, has alleged that notorious terrorists and bandit kingpin Bello Turji had mobilized his men and launched attacks in communities along the Zamfara-Sokoto axis, calling on the government to intervene. Reports have indicated that 3G, whose relatives were allegedly detained by security operatives for alleged terrorist acts, issued a 1st January 2025 deadline for his relatives to be freed. A local in the affected communities had told journalists that 3G and his men had since launched attacks on the communities, particularly those in Shikafi local government area, causing hundreds to flee to supposedly safer locations. Still on security matters, the police command in Jigawa State has confirmed 9 persons dead and 4 others injured in a communal clash that occurred in the state. The police public relations officer in the state, DSP Lawal Shiu, confirmed the incident in a statement issued to newsmen in Dutse, stating that the incident occurred at Gululu village in Miga local government area. He explained that the incidents occurred after residents of the village discovered a shop in the area was broken and goods looted by unknown persons. The Nigeria Police Force has dismissed claims circulating on social media that a deputy commissioner of police in Kaduna State was arrested for supplying firearms to bandits and kidnappers, as a lecturer at Bayes University named Adamu Garba Zango alleged that a deputy commissioner of police with the Kaduna State Police Command was detained for helping bandits and kidnappers obtain firearms. Police spokesman ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, in a statement, said the individual in the circulated image is not a serving officer and that the image has been internet archived since 2019. According to the statement, the individual in question is identified as Kingsley Udoye, a civilian who was detained by Akwa Ibom State Police Command on January 2nd, 2019 for posing as an assistant commissioner of police. A policeman whose identity is yet to be revealed has been arrested and detained after an accidentally discharged bullet from his gun hit and killed a young woman identified as Ifeoluwa Adekado in Ado-Ekiti, Ekiti State capital. The police officer involved was reportedly on a visit to the station when his gun discharged a bullet at Okela Police Station in Ado-Ekiti. He was said to have released the bullet while in a joyous mood over the news of promotion of one of his colleagues. Let's turn to the southeast now, where Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma and his wife Chioma have celebrated a decade of marital bliss. The special occasion took place at the Government House Chapel in Owerri, Imo State capital, with a holy mass presided over by the auxiliary bishop of Olu Diocese. In attendance were senators, governors, and other dignitaries who came to honor the couple. Global Television's Imo State correspondent Amarachi Ibe now reports from Owerri.
It was a moment of joy and thanksgiving as the governor and his wife celebrate the occasion in an atmosphere of love and gratitude. In his sermon, the bishop emphasized the importance of love, unity, and faith in sustaining a successful marriage.
But if I have a child, I tell him that child, you are bad, you are bad, you are bad. Yeah, but then he sees, okay, since mom says I'm bad, let me be bad. About that child. If you tell that child, you are going to do well, you do well, you do well, you do well, then that will spur him or her up to do something better. We can change our story about our people.
Governor Uzodinma expressed gratitude to God for the gift of his wife and the journey of their union, thanking the guests for their presence and support.
Marriage is not easy. The Bible telling us, wife, respect your husband. Husband, love your wife. It's very easy to say, but it's not very easy to keep. But in my own, today, my wife can testify. I've done my best to keep to this biblical.
Lagos State Governor Senator Adams Oshiomhole spoke on behalf of the governors and senators present at the event.
I can clearly see that it's been a happy journey, a one that truly God has blessed, God has endowed, and we're grateful that we're witnessing, or we have witnessed today's event.
I think Governor Hope, NNPC need people like you as maintenance officers so that their turnaround maintenance will not be on and off. You will be sustained, continuous, and renewed. Because anybody who saw you in the church, and even now, Madam, my brother did try.
The celebration was marked by the cutting of the anniversary wedding cake, music from different artists, and other performances that graced the couple's exemplary marital life.
Can I have O?
Oh!
A V?
V!
And E!
Governor Uzodimma's 10th wedding anniversary serves as a testament to the enduring power of love and unity. As families, friends, and well-wishers celebrate this milestone with them, it also highlights the importance of strong family values in leadership. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Amarachi, thank you for your reporting there. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has faulted the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited over the recent invitation extended to him to tour both Port Harcourt and Warri refineries, describing it as disrespectful. Reacting to the invitation through his media aide Kehinde Akinyemi, Obasanjo said such an open invitation was disrespectful to his office and person, noting that the oil company had not sent any formal invitation to him as of January 2nd, 2025. The NNPCL, following an interview during which the ex-president recounted failed efforts to privatize oil plants in the country, had, through its spokesman, Olufemi Soneye, invited the former president for a tour of the Port Harcourt and Warri refineries. This is Global Television. You're watching the live broadcast of News Cycle with Uyi Agmofebe. When the rest of News Cycle returns shortly, Benue State Governor Babagana Zulum subsidizes petrol at 600 naira per litre for farmers. We have those details as well as foreign and sports stories for you shortly. Do stay with us. We appreciate you for staying with us here on News Cycle. Now let's begin the second half of the news with business. The federal government has allocated 132 billion naira to support farmers and farming activities in 2025. This allocation, disclosed in the 2025 appropriation bill, forms part of a broader plan under the National Agricultural Development Fund aimed at tackling poverty, low productivity, and limited access to resources which have long hindered agricultural growth in Nigeria. The fund, signed by former President Muhammadu Buhari in October of 2022, is established to drive agricultural development and serves as a critical vehicle for financial support and policy implementation. Let's turn to Nigeria's northeast now, where Benue State Governor Babagana Zulum has announced that the state government will subsidize the cost of petrol to farmers in communities affected by insurgency. The governor announced this in Bama town, where he flagged off the distribution of farm inputs to over 5,000 farmers before now displaced by Boko Haram insurgents. According to the governor, a litre of petrol sold between 1,000 and 1,200 in Maiduguri will be subsidized to the farmers at 600 naira per litre. Sounds impressive, just for about half the standard price. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has again clarified that the 1,000 staff members who opted out of service in December 2024 were not forced to quit their jobs. CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso stated this in Abuja at an investigative hearing of the House of Representatives ad hoc committee probing the circumstances leading to the exits of the staff members and how the sum of 50 billion naira severance package for the affected persons was arrived at. Cardoso, represented by Deputy Director, Corporate Services of the Apex Bank, Bala Bello, noted that the affected persons opted to disengage through the voluntary early exit program with payment of full benefits. On the foreign scene, local authorities have reported a fire at a vegetable market in North China, which killed 8 people and injured 15. Shaoqi District People's Government said after the blaze in Jiangzhou City, northwest of Beijing, the injured have been taken to hospital for treatment and are currently not in life-threatening danger. The district government noted that the fire at the Lingguang market broke out at around 8:40 a.m. local time and was extinguished after 10 a.m., although the cause of the blaze is under investigation. Russia says its air defense systems had intercepted 8 United States-supplied Army tactical missile system and 72 drones. These missiles, known for their 300-kilometer range, were authorized for Ukrainian use by the outgoing U.S. President Joe Biden last year, a decision the Kremlin described as a significant escalation. The Russian Defense Ministry also reported capturing the village of Nadia in Ukraine's eastern Luhansk region of the new remaining areas under Kiev's control in that region. Meanwhile, United States President Joe Biden will award the Presidential Medal of Freedom to 19 hero honorees, bestowing the highest civilian honor in the United States to entertainers, sports stars, politicians, and diplomats. The White House says in a statement that among those to receive the honor from the outgoing U.S. president are singer and activist Bono, basketball legend Earvin Magic Johnson, longtime fashion editor Anna Wintour, football superstar Lionel Messi, actors Denzel Washington and Michael J. Fox, as well as fashion designer Ralph Lauren, among others. And now to sports. Nigeria's Qasim Abdul-Salam has been selected by the Confederation of African Football, CAF, as one of the center referees expected to officiate at the 2024 African Nations Championship, CHAN, a biennial continental tournament meant solely for African players plying their trade in their country's various local and national leagues. Abdul-Salam was the only Nigerian referee listed in the 65-man roster of officials released by CAF on its website. The tournament, which is the 8th in the series, is scheduled to hold in 3 countries, Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya, from February 1st to 28th, and would be the first edition co-hosted by 3 different countries. Paris 2024 Olympics 400-meter finalist Samuel Ogazi has been added to the World Athletics testing pool following the latest update by the Athletics Integrity Unit, AIU. The 18-year-old Ogazi distinguished himself at the Paris Olympics, running inside 45-second tries to reach the final on his first attempt at the greatest sporting fiesta in the world. Ogazi, who is the reigning African under-18 200-meter and 400-meter champion, proved himself as one of the athletes at the highest level of the sport of track and field, and is now one of the 9 Nigerian athletes who are considered to be at the highest level of athletics. Let's turn to football. Super Eagles striker Umar Sadiq has completed his move to Valencia, joining from Real Sociedad on a half-season loan deal. Valencia confirmed the loan signing of Sadiq in a statement on their official website and social media platforms, as it announced Valencia CF has reached an agreement with Real Sociedad for the signing of Sadiq Umar until June 30, 2025. Sadiq joins Loche on a temporary basis, but prior to his time at Sociedad, he spent 3 seasons at UD Almeria, where he scored 43 goals and provided 13 assists in 84 games in all competitions. And that's a full cycle here on the news. Thank you everyone for watching, but we would love to remind you that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365, Star Times 276, and free to air on Nightcomsat. We encourage all of our viewers, as always, to follow us across our social media platforms and engage with us using @Global TV NG as well as other handles as you now find on your screen. I'm Riyad Mofwebe. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you soon.